Hello, Paul Wilkinson here. Well, today in the post arrived one of my favourite jazz albums of all time for the first time on vinyl. This album came out in 1994. It was recorded in 1992. Incidentally, I've got a great half-an-hour interview with the producer of the album, which I'll put the link below in the comments and in the description, by Bill Goodwin, who was so generous with his time last year.
I said, well, you know what I could do? I could get my engineer friend will come down and record the night for him, just as a nice gesture. So they'll have, Chris could have a copy and Keith would have a copy. It'll just be like a document, for them.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what we did. It was me and the engineer, Kent Heckman.
Yes.
We went down. We took a 2-track DAT.
When another release of this album came out, but let me explain all of that. So the album I'm actually talking about is At the Deer Heading by Keith Jarrett. Now, I don't want to spoil all the info that Bill gives you, so go to that video, but he explains how it came about, because Keith was playing quite big venues back then, so it's really interesting to listen to Bill, and he gives so much nuggets about how it was recorded, the DAT tapes. We've got a good source. So this album came out first in 1994, and I used to listen it round and round and round, trying to learn it. Last year, we had more music from that, which was called The Old Country, again, another beautiful release by ECM. That came out last year, and again, that's when I interviewed Bill to coincide with the release, and we chatted about that. At that point, we weren't aware, although a few people from the record label started commenting on the video we'd done, that there would be, a limited edition vinyl release of At the Deer Heading. It's beautifully produced. It's in a box set. So here's the box here, and then you get each of the albums. The first release, At the Deer Heading, some amazing notes in there. Also in the CD, Keith talking about his love of playing at the Deer Heading, and then you get exactly the same for the release that came out last year. I've just had a quick listen to a couple of tracks, and it sounds amazing. As Bill said to us, it was from DAT tapes, so it's going to sound pretty good. And so, yeah, I would really recommend, if you've never listened to the album, give it a stream. But also, if you want to find out more information about it, I would definitely give the conversation I have with Bill, which I'll put the link below. Anyway, I'm going to go listen to this again. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this, and bye for now.